Hello everybody, Lurgs here, welcome to my channel, and today it's what to do if your Bosch dishwasher is not draining water. So you've just done a dishwashing program, everything's come out clean, but you've still got standing water in the bottom of your dishwasher, and this might be filthy, dirty and a bit stinky. Today there'll be two steps. First we'll check the filter and hopefully that will get it fixed. If not, we will then check the drainage pipework, but first we're going to check the filter. Now the first thing you must do is switch off the dishwasher and unplug it, just to be 100% safe. This is the Bosch dishwasher here, so just open up the front door. First thing you need to do is remove the bottom basket. This literally just rolls out, and you can also remove the top basket if you want to. You don't have to do this, but it'll just make it a bit easier for the access to the filter. This literally just lifts up and off, and there's a link above about how to adjust the height of this top basket. Get rid of any excess water in the bottom of the dishwasher just using a sponge and a bucket. Just get rid of as much of this as possible. If you want to, you can pop off this lower spray arm to give you easier access to the filter, but you don't have to. Okay, so the filter is here, and when these two arrows are lined up, that means that it's locked into position. Now to remove the filter, you literally just turn it anti-clockwise about 90 degrees. And then you just lift it upwards. Now depending on how clean your dishes are when you put them in the dishwasher, depends how dirty this filter is. Now we're pretty careful with our dishwasher, but that is pretty disgusting. Now, if you don't clean off your dishes before you put them in, this will get clogged up on a weekly basis. Now this filter element just literally just pops off. This makes it a little bit easier just to give it a good clean. Now don't clean it straight into the sink, otherwise you'll be watching a video on how to unblock your sink. So take your partner's toothbrush and just get off as much dirt and debris and put that straight in the rubbish bin. Likewise with the cover here, just get as much of that off as you can. This is just general grease and fat, pretty disgusting. Then fill up your sink with some hot soapy water. Again, take your partner's toothbrush and just give this a really good scrub so it's coming out sparkling clean. Now I don't need to show you all this footage, so I'll just cut this footage short, but you're basically just making sure that this is in tip-top condition before we put it back. Now before we put it back, we're going to check the impeller just to make sure that that isn't blocked. Now this filter just literally just pushes back on, and there we go, it's in position. Now before we put that back in, we're just going to check the impeller. So take an old sponge and just get rid of any excess water inside here and just squeeze that into a bucket. While I'm doing that, there's a link above now about how to add salt to this Bosch dishwasher. It's really important to add salt if you live in a hard water area. So just drain that out completely, as much as you can. If you haven't got a sponge, a turkey baster is a good idea to get the excess water out. And then to get to the impeller or propeller, you just need to remove this plastic clip here. So just take a blunt instrument, don't take anything sharp. I've just got this teaspoon here. And what you're doing is you're gently prising it outwards until that clip comes out. And then you can just lift it upwards and outwards. And then we should be able to see the impeller / propeller. And there it is at the bottom. Now the prime suspect for blockages in here is broken bits of china, bits of glass, or sweet corn and bits of food. Now this one is actually pretty good, but here's another one from another dishwasher that I serviced. And you can see here it's got bits of hair in it and an old raisin. So I've just got my partner's, I think they're eyebrow clippers or eyebrow removers. I don't know what they are. Anyway, I'm just using those to get out any bits of debris. If you can't get access to any of the debris, try just getting rid of as much water as you can so it's nice and dry, and then just get your vacuum cleaner nozzle and just use that. If you've got a wet and dry vacuum cleaner, that would be ideal, or maybe a turkey baster to try and get any excess water and debris out. Just a word of caution, if you're using your fingers down here, just be very careful because there might be bits of broken china or bits of broken glass, as they are prime suspects for stopping the impeller spinning. Now to put this clip back in, it literally just slides down and then just pops in. Whilst I'm doing that, there's a link above now about how to add rinse aid to your Bosch dishwasher. That will keep your glasses and plates sparkling clean. Right, we can now put the filter back in. Don't try and force this, this should just lay in very easily. There we go. And then to lock it in, just turn it clockwise about 90 degrees until those arrows line up. That is all nicely locked in. Fabulous. Then remember to plug the Bosch dishwasher back in and switch it on. And then it's a good idea to run the dishwasher cleaning program. So I've just got some finished dishwasher cleaner here. You just peel the label off the top. This gives your dishwasher a really good deep clean and keeps it hygienically fresh, and hopefully flush out your whole dishwasher system, and hopefully no more blockages. So pop that in and run the hottest dishwashing cycle that there is. And then hopefully your dishwasher is draining water properly. And when you open the dishwasher, there's no excess water in the bottom and the dishwasher is smelling absolutely fabulous. Great stuff. Now, if this hasn't cured your dishwasher not draining water, we can move on to the next step. And the next step is to check the drainage pipework. If you didn't do it earlier, make sure you switch off the Bosch dishwasher and unplug it just to be 100% safe. And it's a good idea to isolate the cold water supply into the back of your dishwasher just in case there's any plumbing issues. If you don't know where that is, locate your mains stopcock and turn the mains cold water off there. It's a good idea to know where your mains stopcock is in case you've got any plumbing issues. If you can't locate that, then turn it off in the street, but don't do that if you live in a block of flats, because otherwise everyone is going to lose their water. And there's generally two types of drainage pipework. The pipework like this, where it goes into your under sink unit into a U-bend. And there's another type where it literally goes to the back of your dishwasher. We've just got some pipework on the wall, so we'll concentrate on that one first. I'll show you the under sink pipework later on after this one. If the drainage hose from your dishwasher doesn't go to your under sink unit, you need to pull your dishwasher out. Be careful not to pull it out too far, because obviously you've got the cold water mains feed and the drainage hose in the back, so just pull it out gently. Dishwashers aren't very heavy, so they're quite simple to pull out. And that is the drainage pipework at the back there. So you've got your cold water mains feed into the back of the dishwasher, which you've already isolated, and this is the drainage hose, and we're going to be checking this U-bend here. So remove your drainage hose, it literally just pulls out, check for any blockages inside. This one's actually not too bad, but there's lots of sludge on the outside, so give that a really good clean in some hot soapy water. And the easiest way to check for any blockages inside this drainage pipework is to take your phone, put it into video mode with the flashlight on, and just video down inside there, check the footage and see if you can see clear water or any sludge. This one actually doesn't look too bad, but I'm just going to remove the U-bend at the bottom of this drainage pipework just to show you how this works. Now the U-bend is there to stop any smells coming back into the kitchen. And it also helps catch any sludge and grime. So just undo these nuts here. Hopefully nobody's glued them on and they're easy to remove. Make sure you've got a tray ready and an old towel, because you will get some water out of here. That is now disconnected. And this water is actually not looking too bad. So I'm just going to drain that into the sink. But if that was full of sludge, make sure you put that in the bin and then give it a really good clean with hot soapy water. And make sure that's nice and clear. If that was full of sludge, that wouldn't be helping with your dishwasher draining water. This is now ready to go back on. So we just tighten these nuts up here. And then, very important, remember to put your dishwasher drainage hose back down inside the drainage pipework. Otherwise, next time you run a dishwashing program, you're going to get water all over the floor. Now, don't push this all the way down to the bottom, just rest it in the top between 8 inches, half a foot to a foot. And the other type is the drainage hose going into your under sink unit. Again, have a bucket ready for any excess water. And you're checking for any blockages. This one is actually not looking too bad. The hose and the connector are free of any blockages, so I can just put that back on. This one's got a metal clip as well. And as previously, if you undo these nuts here and check for any sludge in this U-bend, if that is full of sludge, put that in the bin, make sure that's nice and clear, and then reinstall it. Then remember to plug your Bosch dishwasher back in and switch it on. And also remember to turn the cold water mains feed back on as well. And then it's a good idea to run the dishwasher cleaning program. So I've just got some finished dishwasher cleaner here. You just peel the label off the top. This gives your dishwasher a really good deep clean and keeps it hygienically fresh, and hopefully flush out your whole dishwasher system. And hopefully no more blockages. So pop that in and run the hottest dishwashing cycle that there is. And I hope that's fixed your dishwasher not draining water, and it's draining successfully. If it still isn't draining water, then I suggest you go outside, lift any drain hole or manhole covers, see if you've got any blockages in your drainage system. If you cannot get access to that, I recommend you get a CCTV drainage survey done to make sure they're all nice and clear. If that's still not working, it could be a dishwasher drainage pump fault, in which case you'll need an engineer to come out and have a look at that. Or it could be a computer board fault. To help with ventilation, always leave the dishwasher door slightly ajar after a dishwashing program. Stops it smelling. Tell you what, I think that definitely deserves a lovely cup of tea. Whilst I'm having a cup of tea, on the top left there's a link on how to keep your curtains super smooth on the curtain rails. That is a top tip. And on the top right, how to disconnect a dishwasher. And in the bottom left, how to install a brand new dishwasher. Catch you later.